Good morning, students. Let us continue with our Maths 1 online teaching session. We have started with the third chapter, that is arithmetic progression, and completed few sums from 3.3. In this session, we will continue further. But before we do that, you should know these few terms which will be used in AP. When we have to assume for 3 consecutive terms, 4 consecutive terms, and 5 consecutive terms. Now, for natural numbers, if you remember in lower standards, for 3 consecutive natural numbers, what we used to assume? X, x plus 1, x plus 2. But since this is an AP where the difference is constant, so assumption also changes. And be very strict with this A and D. You cannot use x here. You have to use these terms while assumption as A and D only, where A is the first term and D is the common difference. So for 3 consecutive terms, the assumption is A minus D, A and A plus D. One more very important thing is you cannot change the order or sequence of this. You cannot write A first, then A plus D and then A minus D. Answer will definitely go wrong. This order only has to be followed. A clue or a hint to remember. See, 3 consecutive terms. We can take A plus D to the right side and A minus D to the left side. As you know, in number line also, to the right side we have positive numbers, to the left side we have negative numbers. So this plus D on the right side, minus D on the left side. Okay. So what are the three things that you should remember? Like 3 terms, A minus D, A and A plus D. When it is 4 consecutive terms. Now when it was 3 consecutive terms and odd number 3, so it was easy. A plus D and A minus D. But when it is an even number like 4 consecutive terms, then what is to be done? We are going to take A plus D this side, A minus D this side, and your choice, either you add one more here, A plus 2D, or you take one extra term here, A minus 2D. I hope you are understanding it, but you do not change the order or the sequence. What should be the sequence for 4 consecutive terms? A minus D, A plus D and A plus 2D. Correct? Then 5 consecutive terms. See, A I have taken, plus D this side, minus D this side, plus 2D this side, minus 2D this side. Correct? So, how to assume 5 consecutive terms? A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 2D. These 3 are the important things that you should remember for solving sums based on consecutive terms in an AP. Okay? So let us continue with the practice set 3.3. 7th sum. In an AP, the sum of 3 consecutive terms is 27 and their product is 504. Find the numbers. Now first thing, find the numbers. The numbers are in AP and that too 3 consecutive terms. Just now I have told you how to assume. Let the 3 consecutive terms in an AP be A minus D, A and A plus D. This is the first step. Since it is 3 consecutive terms in AP, you have to write this assumption. Do not write here X. Any other variable you do not use. You strictly use when it is AP, A minus D, A and A plus D. Going to the first part of the question. The sum of 3 consecutive terms is 27. I hope you know sum means plus. It means that when I add these 3 consecutive terms, the total should be 27. See here. A minus D plus A plus D is equal to 27. Correct? So, minus D and plus D can be cancelled. What is left? A plus A plus A. How many times? 3 times. So, 3A is equal to 27. So, A will be 9. Okay? So, this is one part of the answer, that A is 9. Okay? I should get D also and then I will substitute here to get the 3 consecutive terms. Now, for the second condition, what is given? Their product is 504. Product of what? This 3 consecutive terms. When I take the product means multiplication, the product is 504. This way, the second equation can be framed. Now, substituting the values. In the place of A, I can substitute 9, which I have got just now. Correct? So, 9 minus D into 9 plus D is equal to 504. What is done here? It is just substitution of the values. That is A is equal to 9. After this, what? You can shift this 9 to the right side. It will get divided here. 504 upon 9. Right? And this is in the form of a minus d, a plus d, the identity formula. Correct? So what is that formula? A minus b, a plus b, it is a square minus b square. So what will happen? 9 square is 81 minus d square. And when I divide this, I get 56. After this, shift this 56 this side and d this side. It will be 81 minus 56 is equal to d square. So d square is nothing but 25. I hope you are understanding this is square. Okay. D square is equal to 25. Taking the square root on both sides, d is equal to plus or minus 5. Now 90% of the students will do mistake here, that when you take the square root, you will take only the positive value. Be very careful. Square root of a number always have two values, that is positive as well as negative. When you take this plus and minus 5, you will get two set of answers. Means what? A was 9, that will not change, but you have to take one plus 5, d as plus 5, and the other condition will be a as 9 and d as minus 5. So the three consecutive terms will be, the first was a minus d. I am taking d as plus 5 first. So 9 minus 5, that is 4. A was the second term, so automatically it will be 9. And the third term was a plus d, that is 9 plus 5, 14. This is one set of answers where d is 5. Now the second set, see, or you can write, and second set will be what? When d is minus 5. So what will happen? See, a minus d, a is 9 minus of minus 5. So it will become 9 plus 5, that is 14. A is 9 again. A plus d will be what? 9 plus, now d is minus 5. Correct? So plus into minus is minus, 9 minus 5, that is 4. So the final answer will be, the three consecutive terms are 4, 9 and 14. This is one set, and second set will be 14, 9 and 4. This way, the same set you will get, but in the reverse order, 4, 9, 14 or 14, 9, 4. This way you can write the final answer. I hope you have understood all the steps: assumption, substitution in the two conditions, solving it, getting the answer, and finally the final substitution here. Okay, let us move to the next sum. 8th sum. Find 4 consecutive terms in an AP whose sum is 12 and sum of third and the fourth term is 14. Now first thing is 4 consecutive terms. I hope you remember the assumption. 4 consecutive terms be a minus d, a plus d and a plus 2d. What is the first condition here? Sum is 12. Sum means adding all this, I should get 12. So let us write that. And here also you can see minus d plus d getting cancelled. But this 2d is there. Do not forget this. Correct? Add all a terms. A plus a plus a plus a. How many times? 4 times. So 4a plus 2d is equal to 12. It can be reduced further. We are going to divide throughout by 2. So what we will get? 2a plus d is equal to 12 divided by 2 is 6. So the first equation is 2a plus d is equal to 6. Number it as equation number 1. Okay. Now go back to the question. What is the second condition? Sum of third and the fourth terms. This is the reason I told you cannot change the order of the assumption. Like you cannot take this number first and this second and all that. Order is extremely important. Now here they have specified third and the fourth. Which is the third one? A plus d. Which is the fourth one? A plus 2d. Okay. Sum. The total of this is what? 14. So this way you can add it equal to 14. Now here no minus sign. Nothing can be cancelled. A plus a is 2a. D plus 2d is 3d is equal to 14. Nothing can be cancelled. Common is not there. So nothing can be reduced. Leave it as equation number 2. Now see this. Equation 1 and equation 2. This is also 2a. This is also 2a. It can be eliminated when we subtract the equation. Okay. So subtracted equation 1 from equation 2. When we subtract, we need to change the sign here. This will be minus, minus and minus. Okay. Now 2a minus 2a will get cancelled. What do we get? It will get cancelled. So 3d minus d, 2d. 2d is equal to 8. From where? 14 minus 6 is equal to 8. So d automatically will become 4. Now what? We have got the value of D. We need the value of A. So substitute this D in equation number 1. Where is my equation number 1? Here. 2A plus D is equal to 6. In that I will substitute D as 4. So 2A plus 4 is equal to 6. Shift this 4 this side. 6 minus 4, that is 2. So 2A is equal to 2. A is equal to 1. Now in this sum, unlike the previous one which we have done, here D value is 4, A value is 1. We are not getting here plus or minus. Okay. So only one set of answer we will get. First term is A minus D. A is 1, D is 4. So 1 minus 4, that is minus 3. Second term is A. Automatically A is 1. Second term is 1. Third term is A plus D. That is 1 plus 4, 5. Fourth term is A plus 2D. So 1 plus 2 into 4. So 1 plus 8, that is 9. So in this way you can get the 4 terms which were asked. Okay. Final answer will be what? The 4 consecutive terms are minus 3, 1, 5 and 9. I hope all the steps are clear here. What are the steps in the sum? First step is assumption for those 4 consecutive terms. Reading the 2 conditions given in this, you have to frame 2 different equations. Simplify it, get value of one of the variable, either D or A. Substitute and get the other variable and substitute in the terms to get the 4 terms of this answer. Okay. So let us move to the next sum. The next sum is the 9th sum. If the 9th term of an AP is 0, then show that 29th term is twice the 19th term. Totally different question. AP is not given, A is not given, D is not given. The only thing that is given in this sum is 9th term of an AP is 0. What is the meaning of this? 9th term means T9. T9 is 0. This is what is given to us. Correct? What do you have to show? 29th term is twice the 19th term. 29th term means T29 is equal to 2 into 19th term, T19. This is what I need to show. Okay. So let's start this. Let the first term of the AP be A and the common difference be D. This is the first step. Because nothing is given, we have to assume A and D as the first and the common difference. Okay. Then what is given? 9th term is given as 0. No other information is given. So what to do? Now at the most we can use the formula of Tn. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. This is my formula. Then what? I know the value of n as 9 in this. So substitute n as 9. T9 is equal to A plus 9 minus 1 into D. Okay. Now T9 value is how much? 0. So 0 is equal to A plus 8D. Right. Now this 8, can we shift it to the other side? We will get the value of A. See, we are not getting any numerical value of A. In fact, we are getting a relation between A and D. A is equal to what? Minus 8D. Number it as equation number 1. Okay. So with what was given, that T9 is 0, we are getting one relation, not even a number, a value. Just a relation. A is equal to minus 8D. Now what to do? Let us go back to the question. I need to show something related to 19th term and 29th term. So at least that I can use. Let us start with for the 19th term. What we will get? T19 is equal to A plus 19 minus 1. What is done in this formula? Only n is substituted as 19. Correct? So A plus 19 minus 1 is 18D. Now after this, I have got a relation between A and D, a value of A, that is minus 8D. This is what I will substitute here. In place of A, I will write minus 8D plus 18D. How much? 10D. Correct? See, I have written the reason also here. So we get T19 is equal to 10D. Put it as equation number 2. After this, what we know? We have to get something related to 29th term. So we will take n is equal to 29. We get A plus 29D. 29 minus 1D. A plus 28D. Again, A is nothing but minus 8D. So minus 8D plus 28D is equal to 20D. So we have got T19 as 10D from equation 2 and T29 as 20D from equation 3. Now compare these two equations. What is to be compared? I'm going to write T29 as 20D. From where? From 3. 20D can be written, this 20 in fact can be written as 2 into 10 and D as it is. See, purposely 2 into 10. Why? Because 10D again I have a value here as T19. I hope you are understanding. T29 is 20D. Purposely 20 is written as 2 into 10. Yes, because 10D is T19. So substitute that here. Automatically we get the relation T29 is equal to 2 into T19. And this is what I needed to prove here or show here. What? That the 29th term is twice the 19th term. So this is not difficult. What some only looks very difficult, but see, extremely easy. T9 was 0, so that is given. We have to show some relation between 29th and 19th term. So using the Tn formula one by one, get the equation, substitute, automatically you will end up getting the final answer. That is T29 is equal to 2 into T19. Correct? So I hope you have understood this. Now with this sum, we have finished with the practice set 3.3. Now I have taken one related sum from the problem set, that is a 9th sum. See, divide 207 into 3 parts such that the numbers are in AP. It is related to 3 consecutive terms in an AP. Correct? So our first step should be what? Let the 3 parts of 207 be A minus D, A and A plus D. Okay? Now I am giving you an example. Suppose I give you a number as 10 divided into 3 parts. I am not telling you AP, I am just telling you divided into 3 parts. So you can divide it any way. For example, one way is 2 plus 3 plus 5. Yes or no? 2 plus 3 is 5 and 5 plus 5 is 10. So when I divide it into 3 parts, it means when I add all those 3 parts, I should get that total. So this is my first condition. What is it? A minus D plus A plus D. These 3 parts, addition should be 207. So again minus D and plus D will get cancelled. 3A is equal to 207. A is equal to 207 upon 3. So A will be 69. One of the variable we have got here, that is A is 69. Substitute this now. Again, not substitute. Second condition we want. The product of 2 smaller parts is 4623. Again I told you that sequence is important. In this, which should be the smaller part? A and A plus D or A minus D and A? Obviously A minus D and A are the smaller parts. So their product is given as 4623. Further, substitute the value of A as 69. See, 69 minus D. A is again 69 and it is 4623. Shift this 69 to the right side. 4623 divided by 69 is 67. This becomes an easy equation from where you can get the value of D. 67 can be shifted this side, left side, so it will become minus. So 69 minus 67 is 2. Correct? A we have got 69 and D we have got 2. What is left as a final part is to get those 3 consecutive terms. So the terms are A minus D. 69 minus 2. How much? 67. Second term is A, which is automatically 69. And third term is A plus D. So 69 plus 2, that is 71. Okay. So the final answer, the required 3 parts of 207 are 67, 69 and 71. I hope you have understood all the steps. Yes. How to check this answer? When you add all this, automatically you should get this 207. So you can verify by adding all this whether it is 207. Okay. Then with this we come to the end of this session, and then you practice all the word problems whichever I have done today. Okay. Remaining sums of this chapter we will do in the next session. Thank you.